two
Week 2
of the
in the
NFL.
National Football League.
Let's get that schedule up. Let's go with our picks. If you want to start us off.
Yeah, so Thursday night football, we have a division matchup. The Bills go down to Miami. How you feeling about this one on Thursday night prime time?
You know, it's funny. My predictions for the year, I had Miami winning this game. And something, I don't know, the way I woke up this morning, I guess, I'm taking Buffalo on the road. I think that they looked better than Miami week 1. I think Miami should have honestly lost to Jacksonville. And
Yeah.
I think Buffalo goes in and steals a close, gritty division game. I
Yeah.
got Buffalo.
I don't know how I feel about this one. I've been going back and forth as well. Obviously, a
It's
close
tough.
game,
Yeah.
division game. Um, I'm going to go the other side. I need to catch up to you, and as far as a record goes, so I'll pick the Dolphins. Hopefully, they can get one at home. Maybe the Tyreek Hill thing. Offense started kind of slow. They didn't really know what was going on. They definitely should have lost to the Jags.
Yeah.
But they did show up in the fourth quarter and get it done when they needed to. So give me the Dolphins.
All right. Fair enough. Next game, we got the Raiders going to your Baltimore Ravens. I'll
Yep.
make this quick and simple. I know the Raiders look, they played well last week for about 3 quarters, but I got Baltimore winning. I think you guys bounce back and win,
I hope
maybe
so.
convincingly here.
I hope we win. We are the biggest favorites on the board, which doesn't make me feel that great. I think we should win this game, obviously, but this is like a game that we lose somehow. I don't know, but I'm picking the Ravens, of course.
Yeah.
Moving on to maybe the worst team in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers host Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert and J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards
And everybody.
and everybody on the Chargers, because that's how football works. Who do you got in this one?
Probably the easiest answer of the week. I have the Chargers winning this one.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be as bad as last week.
No, I think the Panthers play a little bit better, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, hey, me and you could go to this game pretty much for like $2.
I mean, the plane ticket will just be like, all right, that's the cost of my ticket to the Panthers game.
They're just giving away tickets in Carolina at this point. So I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Chargers as well. It's pretty easy for me.
Yeah. So we have an interesting game next. What looked like, obviously, the dominant, I guess, Saints go into Dallas and take on the highest paid player of all time, the Cowboys. What are your thoughts about this? I know the Saints looked good.
Interesting, yeah. I mean, they looked good against the Panthers, which who knows?
Yeah.
Derek Carr looked good. The Cowboys also. I mean, I don't know if the Cowboys looked okay, but the Browns just looked horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Cowboys at home. I think it's the right pick. Saints are going to have trouble. They have a good defense, but I think the Cowboys' offense gets it together a little bit more. I think Dak gets the ball to CeeDee Lamb, and he has a big day.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Dallas in this. I think this will show like what the Saints kind of are. If that was a little bit fluky week 1, but I do have Dallas winning this one. Next up is our matchup of the week, actually. The Bucks go to Detroit, the Sunday night winners in overtime. Baker coming off of 4 touchdowns. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think this is going to be a good matchup. Obviously, Baker played really well against the Commanders. I think he's going to have a similar type of performance if he's going to win this one against the Lions. The Lions have a pretty good defense, better than the Commanders. It's going to be a tough one. The Bucks defense did give up 20 points to Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And the Lions have a premier offense in the league. So I like the Lions in this one. I think they get it done at home. But I do like the Bucks. I like the way they played in week 1, but I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah. Another one we agree on. I think that the Bucks could keep it close. I think that does fall on the hands of Baker and how he plays. But yeah, I do have Detroit winning this, but I think this could be a solid game. Like I don't think we're going to kill him or anything.
No, I agree. Moving on to the Colts and the Packers, the Jordan Loveless Packers. And for that reason and that reason only, I am taking the Colts to go into Green Bay. It's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
The Packers have a really good defense, and they're playing in Lambeau. But I do think the Colts get this one done just because Malik Willis, I believe, is the starting quarterback for the Packers this week.
Yeah, he is.
So that for that reason only, I will be taking the Colts.
Yeah, another one we agree on. I have the Colts winning as well. Big loss, like we talked about for the Packers. It's going to be tough to, I think, move the ball on the Colts defense. Yeah, I got the Colts winning this one. I don't think it'll be blowout, and I think you hit it head on the nail. I think a lot of people are going to think that the Colts are just going to walk in and win this game easily, and that's not the case.
I mean, Joe Mixon did run for 150 yards on the Colts, and they got Josh Jacobs, who was probably going to touch the ball 30 times.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, if Green Bay wants to win this game, it's going to come down to the run game and that defense. So, next game we're going to go to is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns go into Jacksonville. Do you think Jacksonville bounces back, or do you think the Browns bounce back? Both lose week 1.
I think the Jags get it done at home. I think without Nick Chubb and with the way that Deshaun Watson played in week 1, I don't think that's going to be enough to beat the Jags. Trevor Lawrence didn't look amazing in week 1, but I think they bounce back, get a win, just because the Browns just look so bad. And then the news with Deshaun Watson, like, is that going to be something? I think he's going to play. Obviously, the NFL isn't doing anything about it, but allegations or whatever, that locker room doesn't seem like it's like cohesive. I know I saw a video on a fumble when Deshaun Watson fumbled or someone on the Browns fumbled. The offensive lineman didn't pick up Deshaun Watson, let him sit on the ground. So there could be something going on there. That's why I'm picking the Jags.
Yeah, I literally agree with everything you just said because I have the Jags as well. I think the Jags actually bounce back a little bit here, and I think they could win this game.
Going. It's going to be tough against that defense, but
I think they could. I think it's one of those games where it's kind of close throughout the first half, maybe the third quarter, and I think the Jags pull away a little bit at home. I think they need a game like that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the 49ers going to Minnesota and Sam Darnold, the best quarterback in the NFL. What do you think about this one?
Oh, man. So I was right about the Vikings. They looked good. I mean, I know they played the Giants, so that was kind of whatever. Yeah. But I think at home, I think that the start of this game, they might actually play with a lot of energy, come out after that win. They're obviously they know who's coming into town. Like, they're going to have to play well. But unfortunately, they are playing the best roster in football. And I think, like the Jags, I think the San Francisco 49ers pull away in the second half. I have San Francisco winning this game.
I'm gonna take the Vikings.
No, you're not.
Taking the Vikings and Sam Darnold. I wasn't a believer.
I
wasn't a believer last week in Sam Darnold. But the way he played, he looked good. I think the Vikings defense can prepare. They know Christian McCaffrey. I'm pretty sure he's not playing. They can stack the box on 49ers. Hopefully they can watch the film from Monday night. They can make adjustments. And Sam Darnold, I think he can get it done. Justin Jefferson might have a big game.
I think you're crazy, but we'll see how that pick turns out.
It'll be fine.
Let's get on to the next one. We have the Seahawks, the Birds, going into New England, the 1-0 New England Patriots, beating the Bengals last week. I'll make this one quick. I think, not that New England's bad or anything, but I think Seattle wins this game. I'm not sure if it was a fluke of what happened last week, but I think Geno Smith and the boys, I think that offense comes in and I think they're tough. They're tough to stop.
I'll make it quick. So I'm going with Seattle. I mean, the Bengals are bad. So the Patriots won, of course. But give me the Seahawks.
Okay. We both agree on that one.
Yep.
Interesting game. Next one to talk about, the both 0-1 Jets and Titans play in Tennessee. Who do you think is going to bounce back? Another question on who's going to bounce back and who's going to take the victory in week 2.
Yeah, I think the Jets defense is going to take a lot of flack for the week 1 performance, but I think they really get it together and shut down Will Levis and this defense. And then Aaron Rodgers gets it going a little bit, puts up some points against the Titans. So give me the Jets.
I agree with this one on as well. For this game and the Jags game, the Jags and Browns game, I put 2 stars next to them because I was so unsure of who to pick in this. Like, both of these teams didn't look how they're going to look like they were in week 1. I feel like both of these teams are far better than the way they looked. It's a tough decision because the Titans at home, I could see them winning this game, and then I can obviously see the Jets winning this as well. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I think they need to win this game more so than the Tennessee does. So give me Rodgers and the Jets. I think they bounce back and get it done. I think it could be like an ugly-ish kind of game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I got the Jets.
Nice. Now we got an in-division game, Giants and Danny Dimes versus Jaden Daniels, the rookie, who didn't look bad in his debut.
Yeah.
And the Commanders. What do you think about this one?
I'm taking the Commanders in this one. I'm really low on the Giants. I have them winning like 2 games this year, and they're definitely not one of them is on the road to against the Commanders here. So give me Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brian Robinson Jr. looked really good, and Austin Eckler on the Commanders looked really good as well.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels had some pretty good on the fly running plays, running like scrambles as a quarterback. So give me the Commanders.
Yeah, I agree.
And we go to the go to Arizona. The Rams are actually underdogs versus the Cardinals on the road. How you feeling about this one?
Crazy. I think this might be the sleeper game of the week here. If Arizona does play like they did last week against Buffalo, obviously the Rams are a good team. They're a well-coached team, but this could be, a bit of a sleeper good game to watch. I do have the Rams winning slightly in this one. I do think that it will be a closer game, and I think this could be, a nice little overtime or, a bit of a higher scoring game, but I have the Rams in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one as well. I like the Rams. The offensive line does worry me. The injury to Puka Nacua is big, but I don't think it hurts the Rams as much as the O-line offensive injuries do.
Yeah.
But I still think Matthew Stafford leads this team into Arizona, play inside probably, unless they keep the roof open, but I don't think they will, and get a nice win. I think the Cardinals regress a little bit. I don't think the Bills are as good as a team as everyone thinks they is. If Josh Allen wasn't like Superman, like they lose that game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next game, we got my Steelers go into Denver, into Mile High, and take on the Broncos. What are your thoughts on this one?
I don't know. I think this might be a 3-0 game after the end of the game. I don't know what to think of this. The Steelers defense looked like the best defense in the league. The Broncos didn't look – they looked subpar. Bo Nix made a lot of mistakes in that game. And I think the Steelers can capitalize even more than the Seahawks can. And then I think the Steelers win this game. I think Justin Fields might have a big game on the ground, just making plays with his feet. Pickens looked good. He had some – Justin Fields can throw the deep ball a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best thing about his passing game is he can throw the deep ball. So give me the Steelers on the road against a rookie QB and Bo Nix.
Yeah. Yet another game that we agree on. I think that the worst recipe for a rookie quarterback is when you face a good defense. And unfortunately for Bo Nix, his welcome to the NFL week 2 is playing us. And yeah, I have us winning this game. Could be low scoring. I would like to see the offense gel a little bit, especially if they know, if they've told Fields, hey, you're playing this week for sure. I would like to see that offense kind of look a little bit better. Yeah. I know the Broncos, they maybe could put up a little bit of a fight, but I would like to see us, look a little bit better offensively. But I do have the Steelers winning this one.
Yeah. Then we go to a big one, probably the headliner of this week, Joe Burr and the Bengals go to Kansas City. How you feeling about this?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the two teams that look like they're already in November is the 49ers and these Chiefs. And with that at home at Arrowhead, until they show signs of slowing down or getting knocked off, I'm going to go with the Chiefs until they lose. So, the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm also on the Chiefs this one as well. I don't know. Is T. Higgins playing this week? I'm not
I don't
sure.
think they announced it yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's either. A big loss for them. I mean, when it's just Jamar Chase and then there's no one else really that's getting open, it's hard for Joe Burrow to, being the overrated quarterback that he is, put the team on his back, because he's not going to ever do that. He needs the best wide receiver core in the NFL to be good. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I think one thing to look at that game, because we're not breaking it down or anything, but just a quick note. I think Lamar's and the Ravens offense, I think you guys had so much success against them to keep in that game because Lamar's plays on the ground, escaping the pocket and extending the drives when needed. Burrow obviously is not going to do that on the ground. And
Chris Jones might have 3 sacks in this game.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, that's what the Ravens are. Like, it's not a bad thing, but you guys in the air weren't, lacing up, down their defense or anything. Lamar had to make plays, to keep in that game, which is what he does. That's what he gets paid to do. But Joe can't do that. Obviously, no one in the league can really do that. But that's a problem because the Chiefs' defense is good and they're at home. Yeah, that's
the best part of their defense is their defensive line, and they're gonna feast.
Yeah.
Then we go to Sunday Night Football. Caleb Williams and the Bears go to Houston. And I'll just make this one quick. Give me the Texans.
Yep, I agree. Again, like I said with Bo Nix, one of the worst things for rookie quarterbacks is facing good defenses or good teams, good coaches. This is one of those problems. I got Houston winning big at home.
And then to wrap up week 2, the Falcons go to Philly. And Saquon and the Eagles.
I'm hoping to God Michael Penix plays in this game by halftime. I've got the Eagles. I think Saquon scores 17 touchdowns. I'm already over the Falcons. I had them winning their division, but Kirk just looks so bad week 1, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning as well.
Strike the kid, baby.
Saquon looked really good for the Eagles. I don't see that stopping against the Falcons. I think the Falcons do play better. The Eagles' defense is not the Steelers' defense, but the Eagles get a win here.
Yeah. Those are our picks. We'll see how we do. Again, 13-3, 7-9. We'll see how that changes after this week.